How are you guys doing? My name is Efewori Boy. I'm just going to show you an example of how a man, or rather a young man, who was held in high esteem, brought dust upon his name and lost the respect of arguably the entire populace, or at least more than half of the populace. I start with this man, Desmond Elliot. A fine young man he was, a great actor. Whenever we watch him on screen, we had this smile, this hope that whatever he's doing now, we can also do. To cut the long story short, he joined politics. Or as my friend Sheon would say, he joined the oppressors. And when he was joining them, we were happy because before then, we kept clamoring that we can't just be talking always. Let some of us take part in the political process. And so when he joined politics, we were so happy for him. Ladies and gentlemen, it was going well. We didn't hear of him. We never heard of any proper project he was doing. But we didn't bother. Our love for him beclouded our judgment. We couldn't see our Desmond in a bad light. Ladies and gentlemen, 2020 came. And our dear Desmond spoke. It was his face, but the words were that of the oppressors. He broke the heart of so many. I'm talking millions of people. And today, he is lost. He can't even go to a public space and make a proper statement. Even if the statements were true or right, people would take it the wrong way because he soiled his name with dust. We don't know if he's corrupt. We've never caught him steal anything. At least no accusation of public funds stolen by him. But he made a statement whereby he was referring to the youths, his fellow youths, as children who didn't have respect. And he lost respect. Number 2 on my list, Festus, a brave warrior, a role model to everybody who wanted to be an activist. If you didn't feel like going to school, if you didn't think education was important, Festus will make you feel otherwise. Again, like Desmond, he too joined the oppressors. He took on a job from the oppressors, and that job turned him into a monster overnight. He has made several statements. Some we can quote, some we can't even believe they are coming from him. Now, what makes it even worse? A particular case in which he was the one who sued the person and said the person was guilty. The court didn't really find the person guilty, but we believed him because we know Nigeria is corrupt. Any judge can be bought. He provided us with evidences. Ladies and gentlemen, 2023 election came. He became the defendant of that same person that he was accusing years ago. Today, Festus has also lost respect in the eyes of the people. Third on my list is the midget of Kaduna, El-Rufai. Nothing can be really said about him that's going to sound positive, apart from the fact that he's bold, he's small, and he doesn't care. Well, those are supposed to be good traits. But then, anyways, let me leave him. The next on my list is, who put this guy picture over here? Anyway, Adamu Gaba. I don't know him. Never knew him. Still don't want to know him. I've only seen his tweets. Not one single tweet makes sense. Now, the next on my list, Speedometer. Speed Darlington, inspiring Diddy since 2017. A legend in the making. This is supposed to be our president. He refused to barb his antenna. He refused. And then INEC said, this your antenna is disturbing our frequency. Receive signal and send back to us. He refused. So they refused to register his political party. By the way, the political party was named PAP. Now, the second to last person on my list. This right here was born a man. He happened to come from the most populous black nation in the world. I don't know what he was doing before he became prominent, but I know he was suffering from this picture you can see. And then Nigeria happened to this young man. He was supposed to be promising. Idris, that's supposed to be his name. This guy decided to turn into a woman. And he made it on social media. This is exactly what Nigeria and Nigerian oppressors and politicians and the lies and political gerontocrats who have masturbated themselves in the corridors of power for a period of iron. Now, the last person on my list is a well-respected lawyer, aka Confucianist. If he does that deliberately, till today, we cannot tell. I'm going to make a couple of statements. I don't want to talk about this man so much, but I'm going to make a couple of statements that he has made. And I will leave you, by watching this video, to tell me the meaning of those statements. Number one, Nigeria is going through abject peregrination, political phantasmagoria, and social stupor. Do you know the meaning? Number two, he said Nigeria is in a state of Kogma Ogda Abriki P. Do you know what that means? No. Number three, he said, and I quote, every time I have the opportunity to air my Demostelic harangue, I do say that all the reconciliations, all the adumbrations, all the verbagogical effusions put forward by imperialist economies and petit bourgeoisiscos are fortiori. Let me stop there. If you can tell me exactly word for word what this means, I'm going to give you a gift. Why did I put this man on this list? With all this grammar that he speaks, the then governor of Edo State, a former comrade of good repute who became the boss in the movie, made him the chief of staff, and then put the brain and the ears of people into penury. This is what bad governance can do to a country. All right? We can only hope for a better future. We can only hope. After 2020, the youth of Nigeria woke up en masse, and that movement has transformed into a man, Peter Gregory Onosigo Omokinyovo Edigwekigo Obi. Everybody is supporting him. We hope and pray that he does well. He has good antecedents. Is he a saint? I don't know. Is he a bad guy? I don't know. Nobody has been able to prove that. So, I leave you with this. My name is Efewori Boy. Please, don't vote wisely. Vote for a human being. I am voting for Peter Obi. I don't know about you. I'm not going to tell you who you are going to vote. But just know that just because my brothers and my sisters are on the other side of the divide supporting somebody else who I may not like or believe in his ideology, that does not make them my enemies. We are all fighting for one purpose, the good and betterment of Nigeria. Thank you.